Hello everyone, my name is Swati and welcome to a crucial conversation that lies at the heart of every thriving workplace. Every HR professional and business owner wants to have a workplace where ethics are not just limited to documents but are the breathing foundation of an organization. And in an organization, HRM plays a very crucial role in performing different functions related to the management of people. And in case of any ethical issues in HRM, it can negatively impact the employee motivation and the organizational performance. That's right. Unethical practices in HRM can also lead to legal obligation, loss of productivity, and a damaged reputation in the market. But there is a solution to this concern as well, because in this video I am going to share top 5 ethical issues in HRM in the age of AI and automation that every HR professional and business owner must be aware of, along with the solution to each concern. So watch now and learn how to make a more profitable and ethical workplace. So here is the list of 5 common ethical challenges faced by HR professionals these days, and along with these issues itself we will get into the details of how to deal with them. So according to the first issue, there is no doubt that artificial intelligence has helped a lot to implement the HR processes more effectively, but there are concerns about the biasness, transparency, privacy and autonomy in the AI system. For example, an AI system used to screen resumes may be biased against certain group of people like women or minorities. This can lead to the rejection of qualified candidates simply because they belong to a certain group of people. Secondly, an AI system used to take the hiring decision may be opaque, making it difficult to understand how it made its decision, and this could make it difficult for candidates to challenge hiring decisions that they believe are unfair. Thirdly, the AI system used to monitor the employee performance may collect a lot of employee personal data, and this can raise a concern about how this data is being used and protected. Fourthly, the AI system used to automate the performance review process may reduce the role of human judgment in this process, and this could lead to employees being unfairly evaluated or being denied opportunities for advancement. So the first probable solution to this concern can be that employers should be transparent about how they are using the AI systems in recruitment and other HR processes, and this includes providing information to employees and candidates about the AI systems that are being used, how the system works, and how their data is being collected and used. Second solution is that employers should be accountable for the decisions made by AI system. This means having a process in place for reviewing and challenging the AI decisions. In the third solution, employers should take steps to ensure that AI systems are fair and unbiased. This includes using AI systems that have been audited for bias and by providing training to HR staff on how to use AI systems ethically. In the fourth solution, employers should take steps to maintain the privacy of candidates and employees' data. This means using AI systems that are secure and by implementing data security best practices. Last and the most important solution can be that employers should maintain the human oversight over the AI system, which means having a human review over AI decisions and intervene when necessary. Second ethical issue is about the remote work environment, because as we know that due to pandemic situations, this remote work has increased rapidly, and this has raised another ethical concern for the HR professionals, like ensuring the employee privacy and productivity in a remote work environment. For example, HR professionals may need to monitor employee activity to ensure that they are working productively. However, this can raise concerns about employee privacy, and many employees use their personal devices such as laptops and smartphones for work purpose. This can blur the line between personal and professional life and make it difficult for employees to maintain their privacy. Also, the video conferencing is now a common way for remote workers to communicate and collaborate. However, this can also raise a concern about privacy, especially if employees are working from home or in other public spaces. So, employers could use this information to discipline employees to make unfair employment decisions or to track employees' activities outside of work. First solution to this issue can be that employers should be transparent with the employees about how their activities are being monitored and personal data is being used. They should take the consent from the employees first before collecting or monitoring any kind of data. Secondly, avoid using or collecting data which is not necessary for the business purpose. Thirdly, you can implement strong data security measures to protect employee privacy. And fourthly, you need to train employees on data security best practices and their rights to privacy. Third ethical issue is about employees' mental well-being, which is a growing concern these days, and HR professionals play a crucial role in maintaining the employees' mental health. However, there are ethical considerations on how to do this without overstepping the boundaries. For example, employers should not pressure employees to disclose personal information about their mental health. Secondly, employers should only collect mental health information with the employee's consent and should not share this information with others without their permission. Thirdly, employers need to be careful not to create a culture of fear where employees feel like they will be fired or penalized if they disclose their mental health problems. So the probable solution to this concern can be that employers need to create an environment where employees feel comfortable talking about their mental health. This can be done by educating employees about mental health, by providing resources and support to employees who are struggling, and by leading by example by talking openly about their own mental health experiences. Secondly, employers should create a work environment where employees feel comfortable about discussing this issue and where they are not penalized for their mental health problems. This can be done by providing flexible work arrangements, by offering mental health benefits, and by training managers on how to support employees with these concerns. Fourth ethical issue is about the social media, which is an integral part of our lives these days, and HR professionals are very actively using social media when it comes to interacting or connecting with employees and candidates. However, there are ethical considerations on the usage of social media at workplace because HR professionals have the access to lot of sensitive information about employees, and if they are not careful, they can accidentally disclose this information on social media. So the ethical issues related to social media can be like, if the HR professional post anything about their personal preferences such as political view or religious view, it can be seen as a discrimination against employees who do not follow those beliefs. Secondly, if the HR professional is a friend with any candidate on social media, then it can be seen as an influence on the decision making when it comes to hiring that candidate. Thirdly, if HR professionals post anything on social media which is inappropriate, it could damage the reputation of the organization. So the probable solution to this issue can be that employers need to develop the policies and procedures for HR professionals on how to use the social media, and these policies should address issues such as privacy, discrimination, conflict of interest, and reputational damage. Secondly, providing training to HR professionals on how to use social media ethically. This training should cover topics like how to protect employee privacy, how to avoid discrimination, how to manage conflict of interest, and how to maintain a personal image on social media. Thirdly, monitor HR professionals on social media usage. This can be done by using social media monitoring tools or having a manager review HR professionals' social media account on a regular basis. Fifth ethical issue is about the balance between the compensation and the skill set, which can create an ethical concern because if employees are not paid fairly for the skill set and experience that they have, it can create multiple problems like reduced morale, discrimination, high turnover, productivity, and low engagement rate. And this can ultimately be very costly and disruptive for the employers. So the probable solution to this concern can be like, first, employers should conduct regular pay audits to ensure that employees are being paid fairly based on their skills and experience. Second, employers should use a market-based compensation system to ensure that they are being paid competitively. Third, employers should provide opportunity for employees to develop their skills and knowledge. This can help to ensure that employees are compensated fairly for their skills and experience. Fourth, the employer should have a transparent compensation policy that is communicated to all employees, and this policy should outline the factors that are considered when determining compensation, such as skills, experience, and job performance. That's all in this video. If you find this information useful, then please like and share the video, and do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get connected with HR Administ.